What's up, guys? This is OmegaLiar, and this is another gameplay that was sent in to me by friends on Xbox Live. This one was sent in by Captain Kylix, who's a beast of a player, using the AS50 with a silencer and secondary FMG with, I think it's actually just a regular FMG. Now, aside from a slow start, including multiple flashes to himself and a few deaths, he picks up an amazing score with an extremely unlikely gun, one that I haven't even touched yet. And so props to him for using a gun that I'm supposed to be using. I guess that's what my channel is supposed to be about. So expect gameplay from this in the future. But I can't tell you his perks exactly. If I remember, I think he has sleight of hand, an unknown middle perk, and wait, maybe I can tell you. I'm gonna assume it's assassin because that's a common one. And yeah, I know assassin, whatever, but what can you do? He's using a sniper rifle, so it's justified. But his third perk is the interesting one. He's using Stalker with a sniper rifle, and generally I think that's a pretty bad idea. As he flex out right there, the guy running straight through him. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say he has assassin. Right. So, Stalker on a sniper rifle is generally a bad idea, because when you're aiming down the scope, part of something that is useful as a tactic is the fact that you can move really slowly and aim that way. So if you're just slightly off target, instead of trying to move it with one stick, which may have high sensitivity and is generally unreliable at that kind of stuff, you can just strafe to the left or the right to pick up a kill. It's a tactic that I use a lot. Although I'm not a huge fan of Stalker because it sort of throws off that whole balance that I got just through playing Call of Duty all the time and not having a perk like Stalker. Although Stalker goes great with submachine guns, that's where I recommend it the most. It picks up another one-shot kill. I think, oh my god. I definitely want to try out this gun, getting off topic from what I was just talking about, because he seems to be getting so many one-shot kills with a silenced sniper rifle. Although I think I'd rather do it with a Barrett, because Barrett has no fire rate cap, and this one does, which is kind of annoying and makes it less attractive to me. But anyway, back on topic. Yes, Stalker. I can't really recommend this setup at all. I can't give you so many tips about it. I can give you general tips, but using a gun like this takes straight up skill. You have to aim high, from what I understand. You're at a constant disadvantage, even though he just pulls one-shot kill after one-shot kill. So, I'm not sure, but if any of you know how a silencer affects an AS50, you can go ahead and put that in the comment section, because I couldn't find anything about it, and I'm really not positive, but it seems like it doesn't do much. So, a silencer is definitely a worthwhile attachment on this gun, where generally on sniper rifles it kills one-shot kill ratios, especially unlike the RSSS and Dragunov, where it loses a one-shot kill entirely, which is, I think, a dumb thing, and they shouldn't have done that. But nevertheless, let's give you some tips for Domination on this map. Aside from the fact that his setup is really weird and not something that you would expect to rush around with, he actually does maneuver his way around the map, and he does get quite a few captures. So playing the objective on this map, pretty good. He ends up going for B often, if I remember correctly. Hopefully my memory is true. But that B is a definite position you want to hold. I think even though it's higher ground, the position you don't want is A, just from experience. Now maybe if you're in a team, then holding people down at C is pretty easy, because I can see how a spawn trap can be set up there. There's about 4 pathways from C, so in a team of 6 you can have two people each on the bigger ones, and then have one person with smaller ones. But if you're running by yourself, which Captain Kylix is in this game, the BC combo is the best, simply because it can be held reliably by one man. All you have to do is sit up in the patio that's up to the left, and you have easy access to C and B. So that's why that patio is such a power position. Although most people go there simply because it's higher ground and they get some nice cover. But my god, look at him catching another position like a boss. Even though he's using an AS50 sound, since he realizes that there's other people capturing the position. Anyway, so let's move on to my next topic, which is Forza 4. I've discussed it before, but recently it's become more prevalent. I started watching Top Gear, and oh boy, I don't know if that was a mistake or the best decision of my life. It's a fantastic show. It's really funny, really entertaining, lots of awesome cars, and you know, if you're a classic redneck like me, even though I'm not a redneck, I live in the north, but I have interests like a redneck. I like guns, I like cars. But anyway, I started watching it, and it's fantastic. It's an amazing show, and they have all sorts of awesome cars, and that's where Forza 4 comes in. They actually included lots of stuff relating to Top Gear as he captures another position. They have lots of stuff relating to Top Gear in Forza 4. They even like designed the entire track into the game, as well as certain reviews by the I would say the main person in Forza. Excuse me, in Top Gear, which is Jeremy Clarkson. And he does reviews of cars, and it's really entertaining, and I really want the game, specifically because I want to drive around in the cars that, like, specifically my dream cars. For those of you who don't know, the Chevy Camaro is one of my dream cars, and it's pretty cool because I'm hoping to own it one day, but you never know. And I really just want to be able to drive around in those cars, because for a long time it's going to be the closest I can get to a real car. I mean, obviously I have our family car, but that's just a minivan. Oh, quick tip, don't call your laptop standing in the middle next to a domination position. Just a general thing. But I think that'd be so cool. So in the near future, I don't know when, hopefully really soon, because I really want it, you might see Forza 4 gameplay from me. And that's something to look forward to if you're into that kind of thing. If not, hopefully you can just ignore it. But then again, this is my channel, and I do what I want. I'm Samuel Jackson. Okay. So, if there's anything you should take away from this gameplay, even though we're only about half through, shouldn't really be concluding it. It's one, AS50 might be better than we all think, and it's generally neglected, even though it's not a bad option for a gun. Based on what I've seen, I can only imagine how powerful it is without a silencer. I'm making the assumption it's probably just about as powerful as the Barrett 50 and the L118 and MSR. That's mainly because it's the powerful high recoil semi-auto, and it's not like the Dragunov or the RSASS. Although arguably and occasionally the Dragunov does have way more recoil than this gun. But yeah, whatever. They don't do every gun perfectly. But it's definitely worth a shot. If you're into sniping, I'm going to give it a try and tell you what I think personally. But from what I'm seeing, it's definitely something you should consider. The other thing you should take away is that if you're playing this map, and you see he's even doing it right here as he's moving towards the C flag. Unfortunately, that's actually switched to their spawn, so he gets a little bit unlucky there. Two flag holds in this game though aren't so hard, especially with all the diamond shapes that are set up. But ooh, Juggernaut. That is generally on this map what you want to do. Hold the CB and you'll be set, especially if you just camp on the patio. But for YouTube's sake, that's not something I do often. And Forza 4. It's gonna be an amazing game. I'm looking forward to it immensely, even though it's already come out, and you should be looking forward to it too. And this is that awkward moment in that commentary that's way too long because it's a domination match, I'm so upset they've extended domination matches. Now they're consistently 11 minutes long. They used to be 10, 9, 8, depending on how often you have them captured. I think they were max 10. If it were to go to 200 to 199, it would be 10 to 11 minutes. This game, it's always 10 to 11 minutes, and it's really frustrating, especially from a commentary standpoint, because I have to sit here for 11 minutes and talk about everything. But unfortunately, I feel like I was looking at the YouTube Insight, which is a very useful tool, and I saw, especially on the longer videos, it sort of loses audience attention, so most of you won't even be hearing this. But for those of you who do, thanks for sticking around. You might as well give me a like at this point because you made it this far. Hopefully I'm not rambling, which is something that I've noticed I do occasionally. More than occasionally, but anyway. Oh, and also I just realized he's using quick draw, not assassin. Did it get dark, or is that just me? Anyway, so yeah, you get into these moments in the commentary where it's just like, okay, well, I've given all the tips, I've talked about stories, and what do I do now? And that's one of the challenges as a commentator. I mean, there's nothing's necessarily difficult about being a commentator. It's quite an enjoyable thing, and for those of you who have thoughts about it, if you're serious about it, if you're not one of those people that jumps around between the things that they like to do, it's really fun. It's a really fun thing to get into. I've met a lot of cool people through this. A lot of my friends, like a majority of my friends on Xbox Live are now people that I've met through YouTube. Obviously, I still have some of the people I've met in real life, obviously. As I say, obviously, for the 5th time, obviously. So, obviously, I'm repeating myself, obviously, way too much. But, I'm sorry. Anyway, that's the end of the gameplay. I did not know he lost that game. But he does manage to pull over 30 kills with an with an AS50, and either way, I think that was an incredible game. So hopefully you liked it. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you in my next commentary. Assuming that this hasn't pushed you away. That's a 32 and 9 with I think 4 captures. Not sure, but thanks for watching.